Nico a lot. First of all, Nico kind of just transforms your bot lane into an absolute terror early in terms of push, but then also there is setup for this Jhin. It's actually really...
Into FlyQuest tomorrow, where Shopify Rebellion, they're fighting for the franchise's first finals appearance. Meanwhile, River to start things off just gets killed.
Contract's heading up there though, so you gotta be a little careful. That's
River's here.
But look at River right now. He's already bot side under the turret. B-Boy's jumping in, had the flash available, but kill secured by the Thieves, capitalizing on the low health bar and no barrier.
And that's what I love about two former NRG teammates going up against two former NRG teammates, right? So he did end up saying, you know, we'll find out who the better two are.
Yeah, and did you see that footage, the behind-the-scenes footage? That wave down there. No objectives on the map, so nothing to fight for immediately. But 30 seconds, now they're going for the dive. Tempered Fate lands onto the turret and a Quid. Got some grinding as well, and Quid's in a lot of trouble, but he gets damage on his Zeus. Almost turns it back around, barely goes down. Contracts with a kill credit. Shopify Rebellion pull off the dive, but Ayla's there. Has Pop Blossom, has Flash. Doesn't have a lot of damage nearby, though. We're waiting for River. We're waiting for FBI to come down. Now Ayla will start the approach on the next wave hitting the turret. Shopify Rebellion stuck around for a play. Flash, Pop Blossom lands. Zinjao in some trouble, and River picks up that kill. Now Deadly Flourish. They're going to continue on to Sion, but Fudge has a big health bar. Hard to lock down. 100 Thieves will just...
after their counter on bottom side. So Shopify, they did stick around a little bit extra to get some turret plate money down there, and it ended up costing them.
Ooh, but now Fudge, he actually stuck around for another wave, and River just took the dragon. He's going to look for another gank down here. Flash is available, but no ultimate, so Sion will fall. Fudge giving some gold over to the Thieves.
And that gives them Feat of Warfare, and it goes back to exactly what you just said, Chovy, right? Where they stick around just punches, they punch back. And this is actually a nice little sneaky play from Contracts that is going to end up getting Shopify this first turret down on bot side.
Beautiful.
Because they were able
completing it. That if they deny this objective as well, that would be 2 and 2 for objectives.
It wouldn't be
we're teleporting in, we're portaling in. Everybody's looking for the contest right now. Contracts has a Crescent guarded. It's stolen by River. They will take down FBI. Fudge with the kill credit there. But on the bottom side here, Quinn and Dokla are trying to fight Zeus and Palafox. Fudge being the front line. Double kill to the Sion. As it's now Quid, Ayla, and River trying to get a scraps from the play. But Quid's chased down into his own jungle. Flashes the wall, flash follow from Fudge. Shopify Rebellion clean up the fight.
And they're not even done! Okay, Ayla, nice little juke there on the Nico. He should be able to get damage to be a real threat in that fight. This isn't one of the fights where, they ignore the Sion and they walk by the Sion. He actually did a tremendous amount of damage there too.
We could be at the next fight. Dokla just took a turret, has a teleport available. River's taking the portal over the wall right now. 100 Thieves are a little split. They're all surrounding Shopify Rebellion, but Shopify outside of Palafox are grouped up. It's going to be River maybe looking for a steal, but Shopify will push him away from the pit here, as he'll have to try and get back through the mid lane. Flashes over Fudge's ultimate, as Contract's still on the dragon. Now Dokla looking for a pick out here. There's that Bard ultimate, trying to buy space, trying to buy time. But Ayla with the Pop Blossom doesn't land on the Palafox, lands on everybody else, and that's what the Thieves needed. Dokla unleashed on the backline, takes down Palafox, as River now taking out Fudge with the rest of the team. FBI kill credit, 100 Thieves strike back.
A split fight is what 100 Thieves want. They want chaos so they can use all of these dive champions to get all these flank angles. And Shopify still had some people on Dragon, and some people chasing River. River ran them on a little circus route through mid lane.
Their front line ults away.
And most importantly, they're also distracted by the TP coming in from Dokla.
Play better in the spread map here with the champions that they do have. Dokla gets a tower.
Plus, this is actually a little spread out from the rest of the team. Dokla just said, let's just start the action. Public execution straight in, but a little early. Rest of the team not there. Pop Blossom only lands on the one. Doesn't trade onto Palafox yet, but B-Boy is the focus. River takes him down. River takes out Palafox. River gets the double kill as the Thieves look to take down the front line. Fudge falls. Dragon to 100 Thieves. Another team fight win, and this is the soul.
Initially, I was like, oh no, Dokla went a little too early, but the Pop Blossom comes in absolutely huge from Ayla, and more importantly, 100 Thieves have had such good prio on these key targets, onto B-Boy, onto Palafox, making sure they take them out. Now they have Hex Tech Soul, and it's perfectly safe to take this Otacon.
Exactly. Honestly, this game, I'm giving 100 Thieves so far like at least an A. If not an A+, because they have done so well with not overcommitting to these objectives.
And why front the back when we can just flank and get around them? Now the question is, how do Shopify Rebellion adapt? Because clearly setting up the battle lines is not working. Maybe they have to start looking for the picks, using Bard ult aggressively, using Scion ult to try and make plays. Like, we haven't really seen Shopify Rebellion be able to pull off that offensive play yet.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for them to contest inside lanes as well, as we kind of already set up with the way these two team compositions work. So I think what they're really hoping for is good vision and set up around an objective, potentially a pick prior to it.
I mean, it's just 100 Thieves having no chill. They're just invading the jungle and taking us. He was just trying to back, man. He's just trying to get out of there. Spend his pittance of gold as a support.
I was talking about how Shopify would potentially want to pick. It's 100 Thieves that are running much more of a pick-heavy composition.
Public execution onto Palafox. Shopify Rebellion have no quarter, no safety, nowhere on the rift where they can just farm to their heart's content. One traded back. B-Boy does get Dokla. What a snipe. But still the Thieves.
But Quid is still on this bot side, going to be able to try to still hammer down on this bot tier 2 as 100 Thieves are just already on the Baron after those picks.
I think the miracle run is just going to continue for 100 Thieves. Their lower bracket run, it is crazy how the odds were stacked against them this year with the organization leaving the league at the end of the year with them really underperforming for the beginning of the year. But, you know, in the elimination phase, 100 Thieves
because of how willing they were to pull the trigger on these team fights, seeing them come out with a composition like this and have so much success on it really just showcases how coordinated they've been with each other.
As the siege continues bot side here, 100 Thieves looking to start cracking the base of Shopify for Demonte, as 100 Thieves have been making quick work of them. Maybe they look for more here. They open up the curtains. They have the front line there. River's going for the dive. They just catch out B-Boy. Nobody's covering the damage, and they find even more. The dive continues. The ice will run on. 100 Thieves making quick work of Shopify Rebellion underneath their inhibitor turret, under their Nexus turrets. Dokla's diving onto Palafox, and it's going to be a clean ace if they dive that fountain. Palafox desperately trying to get back under there, but 100 Thieves have a full wave available. They're teleporting back in. That's gonna do it for game number 1. Palafox will watch as his turret falls. 100 Thieves, do they go for the ace? They can go for the dive. They'll just take the Nexus. Game 1, 100 Thieves.
Dokla flashing the energy.
These games comp looks hard to crack.
Okay, I gotta check on the casters. Hey, casters, can you help me out on this one? What are your thoughts?
No. Ooh, what are our thoughts on the draft team? They
like
can actually look for this, but River backs and is actually still hovering around. He doesn't run straight to the brush, but he will spot out the attempted gank. Roots up Contracts, knocks back Zeus. They still look for it on to Quid. First blood picked up by Contracts. Answers, River will get one. Oh, Contracts flashes. Actually still has it. River was the one that flashed, went for the Q. Now Dokla coming down here. They're catching Contracts. Flag and drags over the wall. He's not spotted right now, but
in the top lane, then the Yunora and Rakan down here pushing in this rumble.
So lanes have been swapped around now, and that will be early objective for Shopify Rebellion. We were wondering if 100 Thieves would contest, and the answer, at least, level 6, and the rumble still has flash available, but no equalizer, because he used it on the wave earlier. Fudge is going in now. Contracts looking for the engage. Dokla is going to have to save that flash and use it at the right time here if he wants to save his life. Sidesteps the Intopo strike, and now the all-out into the wall. Dokla goes down. Shopify Rebellion find a play in the side lane. Feel confident to walk forward. They have an item on Senna, and they have Rumble on the bottom side here pushing that wave in. So 100 Thieves will steal away a dragon right now, or rather just confirm the dragon. The Shopify Rebellion are instead doing the same thing where they make a play on the other side of the map. This was 100 Thieves a few minutes earlier. Now Shopify Rebellion that it just send their jungler topside while Dragon's taken.
I think that's fair. You can say anything that the
Quid
Thieves
also did get a bit low, but near kill for Quid.
And as that fight was going on, there were like 7 red pings here. Shopify pinged the double swords fight, you know, inside the jungle, and so they continue with that play.
Contract still looking for more onto River now. Has Zeus behind him. Shane CC catch out River in his own jungle. Flank. Fudge is coming in. 100 Thieves will burn down the Herald. Now they got to try and get out as Fudge will look onto Quid. Fate Sealed is used, but Fudge flashes for the all-out Quid back into the team. Flash away from the Yone exhaust. Shopify Rebellion are chasing him down, and Ayla playing goalie, keeping his mid laner alive. Says, get out of here. I will sacrifice myself for the cause. Ayla goes down. Quid lives.
So in the end, they do have one mid lane for 100 Thieves, so they're looking at this mid tower. It should get very low after the charge, and they are going to keep FBI here to finish that one.
Yep. Yeah,
I believe they just get this one, yeah.
Shopify are just going to take this free dragon on the bot side of the map.
No contest from 100 Thieves. Instead, they're doing the same thing. All three dragons have been the same story. One jungler takes it, the other jungler tries to look at the other side of the rift, as we have multiple members of 100 Thieves here on the top side. River doesn't have any camps to clear, but they will get a turret for Quid. A turret quill, if you will.
Yeah, they'll get this turret down, and because of that equalizer on the wave, it's going to take side with the Ryze and Rakan backing, but Ryze should be able to take that out.
Quid, another turret, though. I mean, Quid's just getting all over the map right now. They're getting gold into the Yone, one of Quid's signature champions. It's a pretty good win condition for 100 Thieves, as he's going to push another wave in. That top turret will eventually fall. Palafox can take that one, but still, that's 2 turrets worth of gold onto Quid.
Yeah, just trading on the map right now, objective for objective, but I'm looking at his cleanse in the face of all this 100 Thieves dive, and then be able to put out that damage output with the Hurricane Bolt splashing damage back together.
We're already taking a look at Otacon.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the 20-minute mark. Shopify Rebellion have started it up already. They're teleporting Fudge in. 100 Thieves actually have a trap blade, but instead it's Zeus engaging onto Dokla. Flashes the wall. Palafox is in there as well. Everybody turns onto Palafox. The Ryze has to flash to safety. Fudge now frontlining contract sides all the way in. They got Dokla, but the equalizer goes down. 100 Thieves have lost 2. B-Boy, nobody's hitting the Yunara. Now Quid threatens him. Flash away. Shopify Rebellion already found 3. A 3-for-1 trade in favor of the Rebels.
Yeah, and even though they saw that TP coming in, right, like really, really nice response from Fudge. Chovy, you talked about how much damage this Yunara can put out.
They're back on it.
We're back on it.
Oh boy. Quid still has a Fate Sealed.
He's not gonna.
Yeah, again, this is successful play here.
Oh, he's actually in trouble right now. Zeus thinking I can just engage onto that lonely Yone. Still lives to tell the tale. Shopify Rebellion get another kill, and we'll get the Otacon.
And again, it was a smart
surely not.
Start.
Surely not. FBI's just walking up as the Senna. Damage there onto B-Boy. He just kills the enemy AD carry. Dokla, Rosie, Palafox. They might have gotten the objective, but 100 Thieves will not give it for free. I will say, at the end of the day, it's a 0.5k gold lead for Shopify Rebellion. That's 500 gold. They're 1 dragon up. Now they're looking for the play into the mid lane. Everybody onto FBI. The Senna, the focus, but still alive. 100 Thieves AD carry does not fall. Zeus does. The Thieves finding something here in the mid lane. Is Shopify Rebellion now trying to have B-Boy be the damage, but he's got out as well. It's all about mid lane. It's all about Palafox. Quid gets on him. He goes down. Contracts now diving through, the only member left on the Rebels, and the Thieves stand tall. Double kill to FBI.
Yeah, they're gonna get on to Zeus. FBI and Ayla, yeah.
Dragons up now, though. 100 Thieves are approaching here. Shopify Rebellion are currently taking it down, but Quid's over the wall getting some damage in. Equalizer goes down a little early, but it's all for the damage. Omni Shadow over the top as well. They're poking members of Shopify Rebellion out, and it's just stolen. River walks up and smites it away. Now Fudge takes a blast cone to safety. Realm Warp to get everybody out. And ultimate! Quid! Fate Seal on a 5, and the Thieves will not allow the Rebels to escape. They'll steal the dragon. They'll steal the team fight. 100 Thieves are crushing the Rebels.
That is why you
so important why Shopify fought the Otacon one when Quid wasn't there.
Yes.
They're like, oh,
yep,
that's good. We have way better
That's what
chances.
can happen when the Yone is present in the fight.
Yeah, when he is there, holy moly, and it looks like they're going to try and force
Contracts.
this Baron.
He's looking for the Baron steal. He's got to find a way to get into the pin, but Ayla just headbutts him away. So Contracts cannot approach. Baron focused down. It is secured. The Thieves pick up the objective.
Yeah, they understand these.
Holy
Bye-bye.
Oh, whoa! With the bye-bye!
Wow.
That is the most beautiful Yone ult I've seen in my life. 1,000 gold lead. After that, big kill, big fight, Dragon stolen. They get the Baron. They're starting to take down the turrets, and they're staring down a 2-0 start to this best of 5. Shopify Rebellion are going to have to find a way to put the brakes on the momentum train of 100 Thieves. The heist is just looking too strong right now as they'll take another turret topside, an exposed inhibitor. Start to put the work on that one here. Shopify Rebellion, they're trying to just catch these other waves. They're looking to just give this one up. Do the Thieves just look for the end right now? I mean, they have a big wave to play with. They still have the Baron-powered minions. Maokai ultimate goes out. Redemption used. The Rumble ult as well onto Zeus, as now B-Boy's just trying to make some magic happen on his own. No, I don't think that's going to slow down the momentum of 100 Thieves, though, if I'm being honest.
Correct assessment.
Yeah, they're still going. I can see on screen right now. But I think the Baron wearing off will halt some of their momentum. They decide to actually stop as Fudge flashes in. Flash response from FBI and from Dokla, but now Fudge is in a tough spot. Equalizer goes down. He's able to dodge away from it. River now hurt up as Contracts looks to flash forward, but Quinn yet again going for the play himself. Ayla will fall, but Quinn stands. The Thieves mid laner just making it happen for the team. An ace for 100 Thieves.
You cannot keep Quid off of this Shopify backline. Another spectacular fight coming out of 100 Thieves, and they're just going to be looking for the end here.
Look how much fun they've been having, too.
Yeah.
Like, on stage, they're all laughing, making jokes. Wow, they are just riding high on the success.
The vibes are immaculate.
Dokla, no hands!
Dokla hands off the keyboard. 100 Thieves with a 2-0 start to the series. The Rebels are back to the drawing board. 100 Thieves will take game number 2.
The Barry is dead, but still cool looking.
It's for him the message.
Sit back, watch his teammates win the game.
Yeah.
He's sending the message to his opponents.
For me, for pro play, was always Zach has a tendency to have a pretty weak early game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can invade against Zach. And so the only ones left up there, wait a second.
Oh, 1v1 here in the mid lane. Quid's taking a lot of damage, though. Palafox doesn't quite have a lot of mana. And the wave! Helmet out Quid! The audio's not enough. Flash is used. Now Quid's going to have to try and get away, but in comes Contracts! First blood to Shopify. B-side. Oh, bot side, wait a minute! FBI gets a kill on the B-Boy coming out of the replay. So they do punish the lack of summoner.
Yeah, let's
Yep,
see here.
here we go. Just a little wraparound gank from Tribe Rush.
Braum passive is stacked up, and so he's able to get on in there.
Yeah, Zeus tried his best to outplay that. Contracts was close, but not close enough. So B-Boy does go down. Currently, though, we see River on the Dragon, and he will be able to take that one away. A level up on Contracts, no contest.
Play here.
Fudge is headed up, potentially.
Yeah, Renekton is there as Quid now sees 2 people in his lane. Fudge already pops the ultimate early as he's looking to dive through the turret onto Quid. Quid realizes his fate, takes the wave, and will go down.
Yeah, nice little rotation of Fudge up to that.
Slingshot out of vision, then it's a lot more successful a lot of the times, but looks like Shopify have no interest in contesting this particular Drake. Number 2 easily picked up there by
He gets
100.
out, so 100 Thieves don't find a kill, but now 1v1 bot side. Fudge almost just one-shots Dokla right there. As ultimates are popped, Fudge might look for the re-engage under the turret. Flash in, and the slice and dice. Fudge gets a solo kill.
But they will now be on Soul Point. And Quid is going to clear out this wave, so they might end up looking for something.
Quid buffering it with the heroic charge and gets to safety.
And meanwhile, 100 Thieves are just going to be able to take down this mid-tier 1. They get mid-prio off of that. And River might be looking for something in response. X-Tech Drake that's about to be spawning, even more crucial than Otacon.
Yeah, this could be the whole series right here. If 100 Thieves win this fight and they're able to get Soul. So Shopify, the time is now.
Justice Punch in. Zeus has to crash down to safety as the top lane's onto 3, but the Thieves just aren't going to actually pull the trigger on it. Contract's looking at River on the side here. Pushes the Lee Sin away, so nobody's able to make their engage stick.
And split push for 100 Thieves is working out here. The Aatrox down bottom side should be able to work on this tower. Fudge doing some work while the rest of 100 Thieves are poking.
Another crash down from Zeus away from the Colleen. The turret does go down as Dokla and Fudge will now find themselves in a 1v1 down here. We saw how that worked out for Fudge last time. This time around, though, he doesn't want to go for an extended trade. Dokla will just regroup with the rest of the team as Herald is dropped now by Shopify Rebellion, and Contract is right in the Herald Gets the knock up onto Quid, will just take it into the turret, but now he's a little far from the team. They kind of have to walk up to help defend him. Knocked up, Chain CC, can they kill the Zach? Let's bounce to save these. Zeus also chunked out there, so Shopify Rebellion, low health bars, they just go back in! They got Quid! FBI's trying his best to get some damage, Dokla as well, but Shopify Rebellion have so far found the engage. River's over the wall, but look at Fudge! He gets 1v3! River's trying to make something happen, but Contracts knocking him up! Fudge on a killing spree, Shopify Rebellion hold the line and are maybe gonna chase down River as well. The arrow does not quite land, but Palafox can keep River out of this pit. The Rebels have denied the Dragon Soul from the Thieves.
And initially, I thought River, with that Hex Gate, was actually going to go in a lot more quickly than he did.
Play up, exactly like that.
Exactly his plan.
Perfect.
All right,
Great
we're going
job,
to drop Zach. We're going to Herald engage. And everyone's going to follow up. Dokla fighting Palafox right now. River's right behind him. And Annie's just dunked on.
Yeah, and we talked about how defenseless this Annie can be inside lanes, but Shopify are starting up the Icon on the other side.
Yeah, River's on the top side. He's got to beeline it straight down to this objective. Ayla does not have the smite with the Summoner Spellbook, so no smite contest. Teleport coming in. The Thieves, if they can't get the objective, they got to go for the fight. The Glacial Fissures use. Otacon's getting low. Shopify Rebellion do get it, but can they take the fight afterwards? Teleport completes. FBI on a killing spree. Shopify Rebellion have lost their mid laner. They've lost their support, and they're losing this fight. Triple kill to FBI. 100 Thieves get a quadra kill, and the ace for the fight.
100 Thieves talked about when they're approaching these Otacons, maybe we don't go for the Otacon, maybe we go for the fight. Shopify go for the Otacon, but 100 Thieves clean up that fight.
Yeah, legit. There may be a plan to show your jungler top so that the opponents start up the Otacon. Like that legit.
The Gigabait.
That was the top is where they're on their way to. They're looking at their meeting with FlyQuest already. They've got some work left to do.
Exhaust use on Palafox as 100 Thieves are trying to absorb the engagement. There's the kick onto the mid laner. Annie's about to go down. They lose their jungler as well. 100 Thieves pick up 2. Dokla on the flank, but now Shopify are trying to turn the play onto him. They give up their support for it. They're giving up everything for it. Fudge gets the kill, but at what cost? Shopify Rebellion get aced by 100 Thieves and a triple kill to Quid.
And that's going to be Baron, and that's going to be some very rich Thieves after this. There's a lot of towers for them to destroy with the Baron buff that they get after this team fight.
Yeah, what a game from 100 Thieves. It was slow a bit, all but theirs. They're able to get in. This kick that River ends up getting onto Palafox. Contracts goes down, Palafox goes down, Dokla ends up here on the flank. What
Palafox
Shopify?
Goes through the portal. Big Tibber stunned, but only onto one member right now is 100 Thieves. Contracts is in the pit, but nobody's hitting the dragon. Meanwhile, FBI's free firing over on the side here. B-Boy's trying to get as much damage as he can down, but it's just not enough. Fudge, another shutdown. Palafox still alive, but B-Boy taken out of the fight. 100 Thieves stand 3 tall as they're looking to take down the solo laners. Fudge goes out. Palafox running away. Contracts flashes the wall, but River will chase him. Shopify Rebellion are just getting ran down by the Thieves. As River will land the Q. Palafox falls as well. Another ace to the Thieves.
River's got it clean with it. That was a good chase down, and that's going to be the soul for the Thieves, and that's going to be an open way into the Shopify base.
Dokla flashing that NRG emote. He told us yesterday this was going to decide which duo was, there we go again, which duo was
I
going
think just never get on this Lucian.
Yeah, I mean, FBI called it in the last game too. We got the comms listening. Like he is absolutely blasting.
And now Dokla and Ayla are just looking deep here with River in tow. They got B-Boy! Sniping down the enemy 80 carry with tactical precision. The Thieves will claim 1. Now it's a 5v4 on the Rift for the base defense. Tivers goes down and it misses. Quid's able to justice punch away from that one. There's 2 members of the Thieves in the base. They're over the wall of Shopify Rebellion looking for the final push.
And that final push is not going to have a lot of resistance. They are melting through the towers. FBI is just spamming emotes on them. Here come the Thieves to finish their job.
Another inhibitor goes down. Now they're looking mid lane here, carrying the Baron buff wherever they want to. There's another wave crashing bot. Everything going the way of the Thieves for this push.
Yeah, man, this 100 Thieves, they're just great vibes, fantastic to watch. One last job is about to turn into yet another last job.
Yeah, and the Baron's down, so they no longer have that push. They only have one wave here. How confident do they feel? Big damage out of Zeus right there. That might just be it. Douglas stacking up the Qs. Fudge goes in aggressively on him, but Dice is away. They still have a wave coming from mid lane, and it's hitting the turrets now, so the Thieves can look to end right here, right now. B-Boy's back. Shopify Rebellion have all 5 members, but the Thieves are not deterred. They have the gold lead. They have the Dragon Soul. They have the team fight. The Tom from Quid. Triple, but River's in trouble here as he gets pushed away. FBI goes legendary, taking out Fudge. Timber's not enough for Shopify Rebellion's counter-engage, but the turrets are helping. Ayla does go down. FBI still unleashed with the double kill. B-Boy pushed under the fountain. The Thieves